Troy Kearns, real estate investor, bringing it to you from our Las Vegas studio. In this next video, it's a great video. I'm going to be talking about 5 secrets to closing real estate deals. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 secrets that I have used in order to buy properties for hundreds of thousands of dollars below what they're worth. And I've done it because I follow these secrets right here, which are going to make you lots of money. And if you don't follow these secrets, you're not going to make lots of money. You're going to lose money. You're going to bang your head against the wall. It's going to be a bloody mess. Number 1, you need to be transparent. Let the people know that you need to make money on the deal. You don't need to volunteer how much money you're gonna make, but if they ask you, I'll give you an example. I bought a property from a gentleman. He gave me a fantastic deal on it, and he asked me, hey man, are you doing good on this property? I said, real good. And he said, how about me? How am I doing? I said, you're leaving money on the table. He said, I appreciate your honesty, and he put his hand out. I didn't tell him, well, you know what? I could make X number of dollars right now just by selling. I don't got to do nothing to it. I bought it so right. No, that's called humiliating him. I just was genuine with him. I didn't have to talk about the particulars and the numbers, but be authentic. Let him know that you are a home buyer, and the only way that you make money is by flipping it for a profit and improving it, and that you can't pay retail. And if they're not okay with that, you're never gonna get a deal from them anyways. People who need to sell their houses and have problems are going to want you to focus on solving the problem and being genuine. The way I can really get that across from people is a real life example is one of the best tips I learned when I used to sell real estate often was whenever I sat in the dining room table, I would always ask the folks for a glass of water. I wanted them to know that I'm comfortable breaking bread with them. I'm comfortable being in your dining room, and I'm gonna be a genuine guy. I'm gonna leave your house and you're gonna feel good that you're doing business with me because I was authentic, I was transparent, and I was genuine. Number 2, identify the decision maker. People, when you're buying houses from them, when you're doing a deal with them, they might send someone else into the fire to test what they're looking for because maybe they don't want to get vulnerable with you. That doesn't mean that that person doesn't have the decision maker's ear. So put yourself in the shoes of the decision maker, and that goes by asking questions. Why are you looking to sell the property?
Well, it's actually not my property.
Oh, whose property is it?
Well, it's my aunt's, and she is moving to Texas, and she doesn't want to live here no more, and she's got all these repairs that she wants to do, and she doesn't want to deal with it. She just wants her money. She wants to be gone.
Okay, great. So find out who that decision maker is and make sure you're actually talking to them or through the other person who's talking to them. That is so important. A lot of times you'll waste your time with people who think they're the decision maker who actually are not. I'll give you a real life example, which we're dealing with right now. We are buying a property from a trust, and we're fighting with someone who's got a guardianship, right? Why is somebody who's got a guardianship fighting with us? They are not the decision maker. What they are is a decoy. So be aware of who the decision maker is and make sure that you're talking to them. We know we're talking to the right person, and we know the other person's not. So make sure that you know you're talking to the right person, the person that can sign the contract, the person that can make the deal happen. If you're talking to somebody that can't sign on the paper, you're not talking to the decision maker. You need to make sure that whoever you're talking to can actually sign the contract. If they can't sign the contract, you got no deal. If you have someone in the middle, it's not the ideal situation, but put a little bit of effort in because maybe they can get you to the decision maker, but ultimately it's going to rely on that decision maker, okay? But you could have a situation where you're talking to an attorney who's disposing of assets for like a bankruptcy trust, and they, in that case, are the decision maker, but they have to work inside parameters that they have. So that's why you need a decision maker. Number 3, you need to recognize the buying window, right? This is like the timeline that they have to make the decision. It could be an emergency, it could be a long time frame. They could say, you know what, I'm considering selling my house, but I don't know when, or call me back in 6 months. But don't just let those conversations flow like that. Ask and dig, right? Create rapport and ask questions that are gonna give you the answer for what you're looking for, which is finding how short that buying window is or how long that buying window is. Like, hey, my aunt who passed away, I'm now the sole beneficiary of the estate. I don't want nothing to do with it. I live in California. Can you get me paid today? That's an emergency buying window. You need to operate quickly. Or it's, hey, in the next couple years, I want to get rid of this property. It's really been a burden to me, but I have these tenants in here and their leases for 2 years. Well, that might not be an objection to me. I might say, well, what if I was able to buy them out of their lease, relocate them, and help them out? Regardless of whether that's my time frame or their time frame, recognize that there is a time frame, right? You might be able to adjust it to your needs, but you need to understand whether there's urgency, which is the key point of this video, whether there's urgency or it's somebody you need to nurture and follow up with over a long period of time. And a lot of the time, the urgent ones aren't as good as the ones that you follow up for a long period of time. But it's not always the case. Sometimes it just depends on what the deal is. So make sure you understand what your time frame is for the buying window. Number 4, create a sense of urgency because time will kill your deal. They might be contacted by another investor. He might say, I can pay more. That's gonna screw your deal up. Make sure that you create a sense of urgency so that you can close it down, do a lease back, get that title in your name, get the property in your possession, and if they need to stay in the property, that's fine, work that deal out, but close it quickly because time kills deals. Figure out a way that you can create a sense of urgency so that nothing else can go wrong in that deal and close it in your name and work out a lease back. For instance, if they got no place to go, give them a free lease back. Work it into part of the deal, but create a sense of urgency to close it. You know what? I only have a limited amount of money and I might not be able to buy your property if we don't close on it today, but if I buy your property today, I can give you a free 6-month, 2-month, whatever it is, lease back at no charge, and then I'll help you find a rental property. This is a great way of creating a sense of urgency, creating a timeline, and getting them to close the deal because the longer you have to close the deal, the more things that are gonna go wrong. Number 5, make sure that you ask for more time in your contract. What do I mean by that, okay? Don't just ask for more time because you need it. Build in more time in your contract. One of the biggest mistakes I see newbies make is that they don't have a clause that allows the contract to extend if something goes wrong because of the seller. The buyer may have performed all of his duties, but the seller has issues with title, they have issues with getting demands, they might have probate issues, whatever it is, and that contract expires and there's no exit strategy for you. So you need to be able to build time into your contract and ask for more time without having to ask for it. You go through the contract with them and you explain, hey, if there's title issues for whatever reason and we need to automatically extend, we'll definitely close, no big deal. But you want to build yourself in a contract because there's lots of vultures out there who will jump on that deal and they will convince those people in the back of their mind and they're looking at that contract and trying to wait it out, and then you're out of contract, you're out of time, and you're out of a deal. So ask for more time when you need it, but make sure it's in your contract ahead of time so you don't have to ask for it. I hope you enjoyed those 5 secrets about closing a deal, and just to kind of wrap it up for you, the biggest thing you need to get out of this is time kills deals, and you need to be genuine, transparent with whoever you're talking about. I can give you example after example after example of people that I talked to, that I closed deals from, that I bought their property at a significant discount that will give me a referral today because I was genuine, I was transparent, and I gave them what they wanted, and I did it fast, and I did exactly every single 5 steps that I just told you about. I did them. Now they're my references. They're people that I bought houses from that will give me references to other people on the spot. That's the best thing you can have. Referrals from other people that bought your houses, so if anybody's ever scared of selling a house to you, you can just give them back to them. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And make sure, if you haven't done so already by now, shame on you, but subscribe to our channel, hit the notification button, hit the like button, comment below, and text me.